All right, well, the Cruz campaign is with us right now. It's national spokesman Ron Nehring. Ron, good to have you.
Good afternoon.
Were you surprised Ted Cruz packed it up as quickly as he did?
I wasn't surprised. I was disappointed, of course. You know, all of us on the Cruz campaign, 318,000 volunteers, 1.2 million donors, and a great staff. You know, we were ready to go all the way to the end, but that's a decision that Senator Cruz, made yesterday.
How did he explain it, Ron? If I don't want to break confidences, but how did he explain it to you?
Well, I think he explained it to the American people yesterday. He said that he would remain in the contest for as long as he believed there was a viable path to victory. After the results yesterday, his decision was final, and he believed that avenue had been foreclosed. And so he made his decision. And I think he was very, very clear that the fight continues. The campaign does not, but the fight continues for all those issues that brought so many people to this wonderful campaign.
I always thought, I said it here, I mean, even though in the end he was kind of avoiding the show, not you, the candidate. By the way, tactical error, Ron, you might pass that along. But in all seriousness, that he was a very clever and tenacious candidate. I mean, he gets the silver. I mean, if it wasn't Trump, could very well have been him. Do you think in retrospect, Ron, that he did not appreciate the magnitude of Donald Trump early on, and that none of the other 16 candidates did? And maybe had they taken Trump on earlier, I guess a lot of them thought, maybe the senator as well, that he would be a fleeting fad, and he wasn't.
You know, there'll be a lot of people who will speculate about that, but I think that what we find in Donald Trump is somebody who is a singular phenomenon in American politics, for better or for worse. And so how different campaigns approach that, obviously varied. I'm not sure that any candidate could have defeated Donald Trump for this Republican nomination, but
yeah,
certainly,
I think you're right.
Going forward, Senator Cruz has built a formidable organization. He emerges as the unchallenged leader of the conservative movement, going forward. And I think that will give him a platform to continue to fight for those issues that brought so many different people to this campaign. And he has a powerful platform in the Senate.
I'm sorry, Ron. Could you see him on a short list to be Donald Trump's running mate?
I think that would be something of a stretch. And, Senator Cruz, I think, was very plain-spoken throughout the entire campaign, right up until, till the end, and even all the things that he laid out yesterday. And those things are true. And going forward, Senator Cruz will have the opportunity to speak to his own future and what his plans are.
But he will support Donald Trump, and so will you?
I'm going to leave that for Senator Cruz to discuss firsthand, and where Senator Cruz goes, I'm going to stick with him, because he's someone who's really impressed me a great deal. Someone who I think needs to have an important voice in the future of the country, particularly following.
Would you advise him if the Trump people called, how they do these queries about possible running mates? Would you advise him, Senator, you have nothing to lose?
No, I think that's a lot of speculation, which I'm not going to engage in going forward.
Speculation is all I do.
Yes, it's your job to ask, and it's my job to not answer that.
Ron, in your case, you're no slouch yourself. What you orchestrated and did for the candidate out of nowhere was remarkable. So I imagine your phone could be ringing off the hook. Would you ever entertain, I know what you just said about playing a continuing role to help Senator Cruz, joining the Trump campaign, helping him close the deal with Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders?
No, I think that what I want to do most going forward is to continue to work with Senator Cruz and his team, regardless of what particular issues and what vehicle that winds up being going forward. I joined Senator Cruz's campaign first as a volunteer, as the California state chairman, and then became the national spokesman afterward. And the more I got to know him and Heidi and the family and this wonderful team, and to see so many great supporters, that's a team that I want to continue to be on. So wherever he goes in the future, I'm going to be there, supporting him in whatever capacity that I can.
Well, Ron, just my exposure to you, you've always been a very calm, professional force in the middle of a storm. So I'm sure you have a great future yourself. But thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Neil.